Unfortunately, in the Philippines, there are no guidelines in terms of dealing with transgender individuals. In fact, the word transgender is not even in our legal vocabulary in the country. How do you make things like that if it's not even like a legal reality in the country? So I think the best way I can illustrate this is to say how I even became a transgender health specialist in the first place. Because around like late 2021, when I was running an LGBTQ clinic, and then I suddenly had these influx of transgender individuals coming into the clinic asking me, "Hey doc, can you help me with my hormones?" And then I told them, "I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do this. This wasn't taught to me in med school. There are no standardized guidelines, even in the Philippine Endocrinology Society. So there's no way for me to learn how to do this in the Philippines on my own." But then a lot of these trans individuals told me, "I'm sorry, doc, I don't want to go to a conventional or a traditional endocrinologist because I experienced a lot of dysphoria or a lot of misgendering and prejudice in that space, in medical spaces." Unfortunately, the healthcare spaces in the Philippines, yung pag mga government or ganon, it still has a lot of judgment and a lot of it's not very conducive for the trans population. I even had like one trans individual who told me that she had gone to an endocrinologist, and the endocrinologist said like, "This is against my religion. I don't want to help you." So that is a reality of what they're facing. I have a lot of transgender men who can never go into an OBGYN office because the conservatism, like our questions, women's health clinic, and then they're very male presenting. It's very loaded. So there's very little trust with the transgender population to the healthcare community. Very, very little trust there. And I felt so bad about that. So that's how I got started. These individuals, first batch of transgender patients ko, I told them, "I promise I'll learn how to do this. Can you give me time? I promise I'll figure it out. And once marunong na ako, I'll come back to you." And they gave me that time. So when I came back and when I was ready, I called them all up and I said, "Let's do this now."